They are making 3 times as much sewer, so therefore the township is doing more work. That's kind of passing the buck off. I mean, that's if you use more water, we're taking more sewer. You know.
Well, not necessarily. If you're filling a pool, you're not using the sewer.
It's owned by taxpayers. If you guys want to try to go to a flat rate, we can. But keeping it on a usage basis, also, if somebody comes in here and all of a sudden uses 100,000 a month,
if they use 100,000, it's probably not going down.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Is all I'm saying. Flat rates can make or break a situation.
Something to look at.
Yeah.
Well, I can go into that computer and, get an average of what each host uses.
Yeah, we just
So like if she only uses, 1,000 gallons every month, and all of a sudden she's got 25,000 gallons.
Find out where the water leak's at.
Then I
Right.
would say
And everybody knows how it works, right? $43 for 5,000
gallons.
gallons. That's your first unit situation. Then what is it? $8 for every 1,000 after that.
Something like
$8.50. So, in the majority of what we've seen, there's 326 of them, right?
356.
356. That's close. And from what I looked through them, the majority of them is that 2,000 to 3,000 gallon range. So I mean, you could almost double your house output before we move. So I mean, I'll be honest with you. 75% of what's on there is the flat rate of $43, right? Outside of having your swimming pool. So I mean, you're damn near a flat rate already.
And that was in 2018.
Okay, good enough.
I don't know how to answer the question when it's in their hands.
Mike, you may have rural development of all the people that own the money 20 years ago required the municipality to follow certain guidelines.
Yeah, they revised it in 2018. I just looked at the revision, right? 2018.
Yeah, 2015 it was like $35 a month.
But they revised that. They revised the late payments. They revised a few things. But we just looked through that.
Is there still outstanding bills from years ago, or is everybody caught up now?
That's a touchy subject.
Okay.
That's what caused some of this anger with me. I guess as taxpayers, I'll tell you. So all of the late water bills did not get assessed on taxes this year. It did not get done. So therefore, they can just pay their taxes. And now if we have any late water bills, we're going to have to wait until next year to get the money.
If we can.
Well, we'll be able to get it because it's still an outstanding balance. But it was not assessed on taxes this year. It was not done in time. And I called and got my butt chewed from Aunt Noggin because the gentleman wanted to go deer hunting. He was waiting for it. And I said at this point, it's not going to get done.
So
So
wasn't you?
it was, I'll bear the weight. It wasn't done.
So that was because of card plate got on Snoggin?
The taxes, yes.
As far as
we
we had found a stack of sewer bills that Ron paid and kind of stuffed away by a prior treasurer.
We're still funding.
Well,
things,
and
so.
that was actually cleared.
Yeah.
So I will take accountability. I did not touch the sewer. I have an admin that is able to touch the sewer stuff.
Yeah.
I just went through the accounts and we had gone through everybody because there was a certain buddy that wasn't coming in. So it had to be done by the 31st. So I took upon myself to make sure it was done. And I had a stack there for it just to be called in or whatever they do.
Yeah.
And Doreen came in. She didn't know. And I understand that she didn't want to take the responsibility because she hadn't had the opportunity to look at the accounts. And so when Ontonagon County said, do you have any money or any accounts that need to be on taxes? And she said no. And I cried because there was over 100 some thousand.
This needed to take place in about June or July, like a month after we did it. This particular person.
Personally, I think the council should have known that there was going to be a problem when she couldn't even tell us that our funds for our township came from a millage. She couldn't even tell us that night that we had a meeting here, and Doreen and her were both in front of us. And I believe that night when Doreen was able to say, hey, our money comes from a millage, and when we asked her, where it came from, and she couldn't even give us an answer, she said grants and something else. We should have had a red flag right there as a township board, but instead we voted her in.
It was a mistake.
It was
Yes.
a mistake, and I own up to it.
Well, it was a
And
board
we're
decision.
just moving forward at this
Yeah.
point.
But
Like,
there was a promotion, and I mean, I come to find out that now she doesn't even live in our township. So that's why why we lost the attendance.
Can I,
She still owns a account as a registered voter. I need to be careful what I say, but she lives in a house in Bessemer where her kids go to school now, and she was promoted with Dollar General, and that's where a lot of her time went. That's why there was no, that basically the hours of operation right there were starting to be missed, which that upset me for you guys. Hey, if taxpayers want to come in and see you at this time, have some integrity and stick to what's on your sign, or change your sign. And then I was basically removed. So
can I ask, is the township gonna have anything as far as reports from the CPA that's been here all week?
eventually,
apparently
wasn't a
it's not
CPA?
not a CPA, it's a financial advisor.
Financial advisor, whatever he's doing. I'm just wondering if that's gonna be something that the public's gonna be
Yes,
made aware of.
yes,
there'll be some findings.
I totally always for transparency.
And then, are we thinking that possibly because of the need for money that we may think about a road tax millage? Also, as Ryan was stating to us, if that's something that the township maybe, as people living here, we're complaining about the roads, and
Yes,
the
and there's
money
a lot
needs to
of-
come from somewhere.
There's a lot of things that we need to
So I'm
look
just
at.
wondering if we're thinking as a township as a whole that we may have to look at
We'll
road
definitely have more meetings.
a millage for roads themselves.
I'm
Well, that's
gonna-
the thing that everybody needs to understand, that the mine, if it does reopen, isn't going to do what it did here before. So, I mean, at some point, everybody's going to have to understand, yes, that if we want roads,
They're going to bring
We want road
population,
maintenance,
but
and we
they're
want
not going to
things
bring their
that's-
money to our township.
Right.
we have to start doing it ourselves.
Yep.
That's that whole.
Yeah, they no longer own this town. This town is, it's owned by the people that live here.
It's now being split up municipality in sectors. Sewer, water we have, or sewer we have, water they have. Ryan actually has roadways and storm drainage. It's being divvied up pretty good now, and we just have to tackle what's funded. And yes, we need to start tackling a percentage of our 50% in some sort of taxation, or we're going to sit here and be at their disposal constantly and not be able to do our own thing. I would love to be able to do our
We're
thing. I
going
would love to be
we're
able
gonna
to
sit and
approach
watch
Ryan.
our roads degrade even
Oh,
further.
Right.
Well, sure, but I would love to be able to approach Ryan and saying, all right, Carp Lake Township has $200,000. What do you have? Instead of him coming to us saying, hey, what do you have? So yes, I would like to look at that. But there again, it's not all about us, it's also taxpayers.
Yeah.
All that then generates more tax. So it all depends on what we have to
Does
sell.
anybody know how this road fund even started? And how there's 111,000 in there? Because I'm new, so I don't know. Has
You
anyone
should be
ever had any other meetings that talked about where this money came from?
You should go backtrack and see when it started.
I was curious.
Right now, let's fix other things.
I'm just curious. All right, we're done.
Yeah, definitely, we'll look at that. Okay. Anything else by anybody?
Mike, I have one good thing. I want to thank Doreen. We have been waiting for a distribution from the commercial forest reserve money that was deposited in April or May, and we finally got that money. I believe there's still delinquent winter taxes that the check was deposited in April or May, and we're still waiting on that money also. And I appreciate her getting back to us, when she gets back, get back to us. I mean, that's a number of months that money hasn't been sitting in our account, the fire department, streetlights, so, I appreciate Doreen helping out like that. And I have one thing as just a person in the community. Everybody, I think, knows we have a food pantry at the church and at Simple Blessings. I would be very glad to help anybody else that needs the help, or if you know a neighbor that needs some help, get a hold of me. If you don't want to go to Simple Blessings, I know some people don't want to go where there's other people there. I'm more than willing to say, hey, we'll go over and meet at the church at a certain time and we'll help you out. I know there's a lot of people that could use just a little bit of help, and that's what we're there for. And this is just a good place to get that out, you know, we don't have some place where you can, you know, give flyers out or anything like that, so I thought, you know, there's enough people here that can say, hey, you know, my neighbor needs some help, and we're more than willing to help there.
Can we put that on the website?
That's what I was just gonna ask, is that
Put
something
that on
that
the website
maybe
so it can be some sort of discreet.
And,
If somebody is needing some
food,
help
food
for some
distribution available at Simple Blessings in the hospital, and then maybe put a contact of her. or
not
somebody-
mine personally at the house,
or-
but we can do the
yeah.
church. And they can
Yeah,
do
the church or somebody, yeah, who to
Because I mean,
contact.
I get calls from
Contact
the,
the
Yeah.
church.
I've gotten calls at, 10 o'clock at night from people wanting to fax something or copy something. You know, I'm more than willing to go in and do a lot without being paid for it, but, you know,
There's hours of,
There's
there's
hours.
hours of operation for you
Exactly.
too.
Well, and I would say this, if it's a difference between you eating dinner and not eating dinner,
Yeah.
you can have my number at 10 o'clock at night. I'll get you some.
but I mean, most people are, if they need it, they'll call in
Yeah.
reasonable time, you know,
Sure.
but, yeah, and we do check the answering machine quite often at the church.
Okay, very good. I think this was a good meeting.
I have one question.
Okay.
Just want to know if you guys know anything else about the side-by-side trail.
I know nothing more at this time. I'll make a phone call on it. It's in process, and yes, the main thing is getting MDOT to give us the right of way, and then it should fall in quickly, but that's a government thing that's gonna take time. I would like to say that I'm 99.9% sure it will be here next year. I mean, I can't promise you there's a 1% there, but, we all know who's fighting it. The Hillborns don't want it. So, but I think they've pretty much shut him down. I mean, he keeps saying he owns the middle of the road, and they've basically told him to stop calling. He doesn't. He owns the telephone poles. So it's.
Yeah, they took that section off all the maps now,
Yep. We'll get it back on there.
so that's gone, but it's still on my trails map.
Pterodactyl, dude. I'll get it done. You have my word. Okay. Because I mean, like right now, we're all breaking the law going to LP Walsh. And then I even got turned. I think I told you all this already. I got turned into the. They turned me into the DNR. The Hillborns did, saying that I was calling everybody on a 4-wheeler, that saying you could come ride it. That it was okay. Our township said go ahead. I will tell you this: it is in the works. You are still riding there illegally until MDOT gives you right of way, and my trail says go. So, and I told the lady, she's like, "Well, are you riding there?" I said, "Yeah." I think it's cool. I moved here to ride my side by side to work, and it just happens to have to go that way. She's like, "You're breaking the law." I said, "Hey, come write me a ticket. We'll do it daily. If I want to ride to work, I'm going to ride to work." But I will work tirelessly until we get that, and then we'll get. I mean, my trail's waiting, so it'll happen quickly. All right. Anything else? Gary, Gary. Okay, supported by. Ray. Roll call vote. Marty.
Yes.
Ray.
Yes.
Gary. I vote yes at 7:46. Thank you all for coming.